everyone! Welcome back to my channel, Diamonds and Washi. My name is Katie, and today I have a new to me diamond painting shop to share with you guys called Blingkitybites. And they reached out and asked if they could send over one of their mini sets for me to share with you guys, and I said I would love to. So if you like retro 90s super colorful vibes, this kit might be for you. It's themed Bling Tour 99, and I'll tell you what, I swear every time I walk into stores, it's like, man, the 90s are so back right now. Holy cow. So we've got this set. I'm going to share with you my first impressions of it. This video is just going to be an unboxing, but I am planning to try out working on one of their kits soon so I can give you a review on what it's actually like to work on them. This is just going to be mostly a first impressions video. So let's kind of start from the top. Right now, Blingkitybites, I was just looking at their website. This is the only mini set that they currently have in stock. However, they said that they have restocks planned. I don't know if these are restocks or new releases. They might be new releases, but you can see what these themed sets are on their website right now. They have a Midnight Hex collection that's lots of like magical stuff, cute like familiars. And then they have a Cowgirl Crush collection that I think these are both going to get restocked in March. And they have a fourth collection on the way. So this is kind of a like follow this space kind of thing. I would suggest following them on Instagram. That's where I mostly have seen them. I assume they're also on TikTok, which is not a platform I really use, but those kinds of platforms are probably the best way to stay up to date with new releases and restocks and whatnot. That's where I'll be following anyway. So this kit right now is on sale. It looks like retail is $45.99. I'm looking at the website right now and it is on sale. I do also have a 10% off discount code you can use that I'll pop up on the screen. It's Katie10. I don't know actually if this is stackable, if the kit's already on sale, but I'll have that in the link below if you are interested. I may make a small commission if you use that though. So no pressure. You can also just go straight to their website. It's whatever works for you. But it did come shipped in a bubble mailer and looks like it wasn't damaged at all. That's often how I get mini sets shipped to me, is just in a basic bubble mailer. Let's actually look at this kit though, because I've been talking and haven't actually gone into much detail. So here's a look at the images that are going to be in here. It's pretty heavy. That's a lot of canvases. This box contains Unapologetic Joy, Handle with Intention. I kind of love that. Hold still, the magic's about to begin. You know what? It's really super cute, positive messaging. Blingkitybites, tiny kids, big sparkle. And here's the names of all the different images in this one. I like the really fun, colorful imagery. It is very happy and does definitely, like this especially reminds me of the 90s. I'm a fan of all of the color and all the happiness. So here's the inside. Oh, opening may trigger a sparkle addiction. Not a toy, not a trend, just creative joy dressed in gems. If you go on their website, they've got an About Us section that just kind of gives me warm fuzzies, honestly. Like, it feels like this is something they actually really do care about. Oh, look at how cute this is. 1,000 Tiny Reasons to Bling. And we have a branded toolkit sitting right on top in this canvasy bag. Let's open this up and see what we've got for toolkit. Okay, so basics. I feel like, yeah, this is completely fine. I feel like this is often what I see with these mini sets, is just a pretty basic toolkit that fits in the box and also is very beginner friendly. If you're introducing someone to the craft, yeah, it kind of makes sense that you wouldn't have something super fancy. But if you're looking for something a lot more upgraded, this is going to be on the more basic side. So you've got a basic pen and a squishy that you can put on here to make it a little more comfortable. And I'm always terrible about getting those on, so I just pulled a single placer straight off. That's Future Katie's problem. There's a multi-placer on this end, and they give you as well a bigger multi-placer you can swap in. This just pops right out. You can swap it in. And then we've got a pair of tweezers. We've got plastic tweezers. I have to be honest, these are not my favorite kind of tweezers. I feel like I struggle to get them to work because they're plastic. But again, when you're talking about a mini set, something that is more basic like this, like, it makes sense. It's not a deal breaker for me. You have some pink wax. This wax is good. I've worked with this kind of wax before. It's totally fine to work with. It's going to last you a while. There is a thin plastic film on there. You want to make sure you peel back before you try to load up your pen. So they give you two plates of it, which that is nice. It is. There's a lot of canvases in this one, so having two waxes is not bad. And then you get a basic white tray. that, yeah, is your kind of run-of-the-mill one. So not a fancy toolkit, but that's really okay with me. Honestly, when it comes to mini kits, this is just what I've come to expect. Now, if I, as a seasoned diamond painter that has other tools in my toolkit that I can use if I want, this is so travel friendly, the like box style and everything. I would probably try to fit like a slightly bigger tray and a more ergonomic pen and stuff in here, and then just have everything I need all packed in one. But again, if you don't want to mess with all that, this is going to be fine for little mini canvases. Let's see what's in here. Oh, these are like, I don't know if never have I ever, I think, seen packs of diamonds come attached like this. There you go. Bling Tour 99. We have 2 sets of diamonds in here. We'll look at those more in a minute. I usually like to look at the canvases first. So canvases are tucked in this envelope, and then that's the inside of the box. Let the bling party begin. Thanks for giving us a bite of your day. We'd love to see what you made. Tag them so we can obsess with you. All right, so lots of messaging on these. It's cute. It's really cute. Okay, let's see. I bet that they put things on the inside of this envelope, given that they have little messages on lots of different spots. Let's see. Yep. Bling like a pro. Save it, don't frame it. We do folders, flip through. Yeah, okay, so I've done some mini sets before and have some display ideas that I'll try to link that video below if you're interested for mini canvases. Getting a photo album, we'll measure this to see how big these are. Like a 4x6 or 5x7 size, inch size photo album can be a cute way to have your collections and flip through them and display them. Keep your wax fresh. Shine strategy, labels. So lots of how-tos. Again, this is seeming very beginner friendly to me. Okay, step by step. I was going to say, tell me they have something that's a little bit more, okay, put it all in one spot. So you've got step-by-step instructions. By the way, if you are new to this craft, I'll have some beginner videos linked below you could take a look at. And then all of our kit contents. So, yeah, this is like very reminiscent of some other mini sets that I've seen. That's not personally a problem for me. Like, I don't care, honestly, as long as I'm getting some variety and different themes, then great. Why fix it if it ain't broke when it comes to the packaging? But yeah, if you're having deja vu, I'm having it too. We have a set of sticker labels. Now, when it comes to mini sets, I often will just leave all the stickers on here as opposed to putting them on the bags of diamonds, because then I'll just use this as a walking legend. I'll just sit it next to me while I'm working, and then I can go find the DMC code that I need. All right, let's look at these canvases. So first one here. First thing I noticed is that this image and the amount of space on the canvas that this is taking up is more than a lot of other mini sets that I've seen, which I like. I feel like I'm getting more bang for my buck, really. So this is the image itself on the same size canvas. It's bigger. There's a lot more to it, so we're gonna get more details. I'm going to get to like do more diamond painting. So you can see the symbol clarity, lots of alphanumeric symbols on here. It's pretty clear to read. We have a thin plastic cover here. You can peel back. See, how's the glue? Yeah, I'm going to call that pretty sticky. And then the backing, it's just this basic canvas material. No fluff when it comes to the edges, but honestly, the simplicity of these sets, I'm okay with just a clean cut edge, especially if I'm just going to put it in a photo album to flip through, or even just a plain white frame. I know that their thing, it was like, oh, don't frame it, but you can get those really inexpensive 5x7 or 6x8 frames and make a little gallery wall with these, or just like swap them out seasonally. It can be really cute. So let's see, centimeters wise, 12 centimeters, and then up and down, we're almost 17 centimeters. Now in inches for framing purposes, if you're in the States, it's 4 and almost 4.75 inches. And then this way, it's 6.6 inches-ish. So I would I'd go with a 5x7 frame. And there's just, or a 5x7 photo album, and there'll just be like maybe a little space around the edges. That's what I would go with. Okay, so we have our electric guitar, karaoke mic, wired mic, cute. Lollipop. The lightning bolts, that's in a lot of these, it looks like. Rock. I love even just the bracelet, the studded bracelet's great. Of course, the Heart on Fire, classic. Flaming skull with the heart glasses. Yeah, this is so 90s. These do look very hand charted to me. There's a lot of clean lines, and like when there's text, it's very easy to read what it is. All the details are really clear to me. Even things like, look at the headlights, they're the same. The wheels, it's clean lines. So it looks like a human being did spend some time getting this pixel art just right. My mix. I love it. So you are getting the benefit of that. It doesn't look like it's going to have unnecessary confetti. And you're even going to have some color blocking. There's a decent amount of confetti, but I'm seeing some color blocking too. So confetti is where you have a lot of color changes, often in a small area. Like you're seeing, this is a pretty confetti heavy one. Even these different yellows and oranges are different colors. So, but there is, some line blocking you'll be able to multi-place. So depending on the image, some of these are going to be more confetti heavy and some are going to be more color blocking heavy. Like this one, I don't know, it is a little bit more confetti heavy. Here you go. Here's color blocking. Those lines. Oh, I wonder if they have special drills. I don't see any, because I saw this and I was like, oh, I wonder if there's extra sparkle in here. I don't see any like letters that would maybe designate special drills on the sticker sheet, but we'll look at the diamonds themselves and see. The flip phone, it's giving Motorola. Oh my gosh, classic Game Boy vibes. And there's color blocking. Background color. Tamagotchi. Also go check on your Neopets. Oh, this is such a moment in time. I love it. Mixtape magic. So this is hitting on the nostalgia factor for me, and I am a huge sucker for it. Stereo. And then a Rubik's Cube. Oh my gosh, once upon a time, I legit could solve a Rubik's Cube. There's YouTube videos with like the techniques of how to do it. And it was muscle memory for a minute, but it has been a while. So yeah, those are our canvases. Let's look at the diamonds, and then I want to give you my first impressions so far, because I'm having some thoughts and things that I want to say that I'm noticing. Let's look at the diamonds. See, okay, I'm not noticing any, just kind of first glance, not seeing any special drills like ABs or anything, and that also is consistent with mini sets. I feel like a lot of the time they don't do special drills with mini sets that are kind of in this format. But here's what we've got going on. So you've got pre-bagged diamonds. These are a little bit smaller bags than I feel like I sometimes see with these, which is actually kind of handy. It could fit more this way. So we've got, okay, the number 12 is going to coincide with, if you number this starting at the top, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's number 12 on the list. And then 718 is the DMC code. And then 8.3 is going to be the amount in like ounces or grams or whatever. So that's how you kind of match it up with this. The DMC code is what you're looking for. DMC, that is a brand of floss like in cross stitch, and it's a color code system that most diamond painting companies do use. Some of these colors we're gonna have multiple bags of, like 820, this dark blue. There's a little bit of trash in there, but let's try to look up close at the diamonds. I'm gonna zoom you in and we're gonna see if these look like they're solid quality. I don't know if it specifies. Let me click and see if these are resin. They look like resin diamonds. I'm just going to take a quick peek. Yes, resin. These are resin squares, which in my opinion, that is the only way to do square drills. There's two different kinds of materials that you'll see diamonds come in. Typically there's resin and there's acrylic. Acrylic I'm usually fine with if it's rounds, but when it comes to square drills, resin are typically a lot more consistent in size and shape and generally just better quality. But I'm looking at these in the bag just to check and see, and they do look really consistent in size and shape. I'm not seeing ones with little tabs sticking off the sides or anything like that. Static though, when these resealable bags are often very static prone. You see how the drills are kind of clinging to that side of the bag. If you're running into that, one, it's super frustrating and I empathize, but also very common with resin drills and resealable bags like this. There are ways to combat it. If you are planning to take these diamonds and put them into storage containers, I would strongly recommend you take a bag of diamonds and have a whole dryer sheet in front of you, like a full dryer sheet. Pour this straight into the dryer sheet, kind of sift it around, and then kind of fold the dryer sheet into a funnel shape and just pour that into your storage containers. If you're just wanting to work out of the bags without messing with storage containers, I would cut up a dryer sheet into small squares and tuck a few squares into each of these bags and kind of sift that around, and that will probably really save your sanity quite a lot. So just a suggestion, but hopefully something that will help with the process. If you're giving this as a gift, which I feel like a lot of times these mini sets make for good gifts for someone you want to introduce to diamond painting, plus they're all inclusive and they look really cute, so it's practically begging to be a gift, I would almost like just grab a dryer sheet and include it with a little like note of what to do with it. 310. These are looking pretty good too. So that's nice to see. That's reassuring to see that we're looking at, it seems like decent drill quality. Yeah, so these are in like a rainbow order in the bag. They're not really in DMC order. They just have, you know, got like the reds, pinks, orange, yellow, blue, purple, and then more blues, and then into the neutrals. So it does go in this order, which can be handy too. So you can kit up or work out of these however just personally works for you. So let's talk about it. What are my first impressions? So things that are standing out to me personally about this company. I think that their branding is very cute. If you're someone that enjoys branding and enjoys good vibes, for lack of a better term, I'm noticing that. But also, I recognize that good vibes does not necessarily make for a good diamond painting experience. So let's talk about my first impressions of the actual quality. Everything that I can say without having worked on one of these yet, which again, I am planning to, and I will keep you posted on that for sure so that you can hear that experience. First impressions though, are that I love how much more diamond painting I feel like I'm getting. So I have seen mini sets where they use this exact same size canvas, but then the image itself might take up even a little bit less than this Rubik's Cube does, and you've got a lot of white space. But I love how a lot of these images, it's like this is taking up so much of this canvas, and so literally I'm getting more diamond painting out of it. And that I think is really nice. On top of that, the number of images that you get is a lot, especially comparatively. You're getting 20 images in one set. And to me, that also is really cost effective. Like when I'm looking at it just pure numbers, that definitely is working in its favor. You're getting more diamond painting for your money. And my impressions of things like the canvas and the glue and everything, the canvas, I've worked with canvas like this before. It's completely fine. It's going to lay flat and it's stiff enough that you could just put it on a wall like this if you wanted to. It's going to look fine in a album. If you notice these lines on the edges, which I do too, you could get just like a straight edge paper cutter and just trim it a little bit. This is something I see again with a lot of companies, and I don't know if there's a good fix to it or if this is just like a manufacturer thing, but it would be nice if they could get clean lines and clean cuts that you didn't have these borders showing, honestly. But I've noticed that a lot with this specific style of mini set. But the glue seems great. You saw, I put my finger in it. It's really sticky, and the symbol clarity looks good, which I appreciate. I don't want to have to like squint to be able to see what I'm working with. These drills look great. We looked up close together and I didn't see trash drills. Look like very consistently shaped diamonds. These are resin squares. It's very convenient that they come pre-bagged. So in a lot of ways, kind of just, I guess, in summary, in a lot of ways, you're getting a very all-inclusive kind of thing here, where this, again, is very travel-friendly. It comes in the box. It's very sturdy. It's cute. But you're getting your drills in Ziploc bags or resealable bags. So you're not going to have to worry about kitting up into storage containers if you don't want to. You've got the toolkit. You've got all the different pieces that you need to be able to take this on the go or give as a gift, or even if neither of those things apply to you. I know for me, even when I'm working on a lot of larger diamond painting kits, I'm going to want breaks and breathers from those big kits. And mini sets really do work well for me when it comes to that, because I can just sit down, crank out one of these in an hour or two, and then it's like, oh, I've got the satisfaction of a completed kit but it wasn't a huge like 50 by 70 centimeter canvas. It's really, really, really nice to have some of these smaller projects in your collection to go to when you are feeling like you want to work on something that's lower key, more relaxing, and still gives you that like satisfaction of, oh, look like a cute finish. These are also, I feel like, display friendly, especially if you live in a smaller space, which I do. So it's like I can just pop a couple of these in a couple of picture frames, and switch them out as I'm in the mood to. That said, yeah, my overall impressions, pretty good. But I will have to keep you posted on when I actually work on these. But yeah, I will link to Blingkitybites below if you want to go and check them out. I would recommend, if this is seeming interesting to you, but maybe the theme isn't necessarily your style, keep an eye on their socials and their website for when they do restocks and new releases, which again, it sounds like those are coming up here in March, which depending on when this video goes up, could be any day now. So I'll be keeping an eye out alongside you to see what they come out with. Thank you to the shop for sending this over for me to share with you guys. I loved getting to check out a new to me shop and a newer shop to the diamond painting community, and hope you enjoyed getting to take a look at these with me. So thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want to see more diamond painting videos from me, including a review when I do get the chance to work on these. And I also do unboxings and reviews from a variety of different companies, along with weekly whip and chats if you want some company while you're crafting, and diamond painting how-tos and tutorials. Thanks again for watching, friends. I hope you're doing fantastically, and I will chat with you in the next one. Bye, guys.